bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. 5 outstanding former educators were honored this past Friday night for dedicated service in the teaching profession. The event was dubbed the Night of the Legends, and many took time out to pay tribute to those who have given exemplary service to the country's educational system. Kimberly Mullings was there.
The Night of Legends banquet, hosted by the Bahamas Union of Teachers, was fitting to honor a group of former educators for their commitment and service during their tenure in the field of education. Acting BUT President Joan Knowles Turnquest says it was the perfect way to show gratitude for the time and sacrifices given by each legend to mold the future of the nation.
We are indeed grateful for persons such as the honorees for the time they've taken with our students to impart knowledge and wisdom and the sense of belonging and love and respect towards each child and each teacher that they would have come in contact with.
Honoree Hezekiah Dean was certain that teaching is what he wanted to do with his life. After 47 years in the field, the profession has been rewarding to look back upon.
I meet the students all the time and it's like they're mine. And when I see them, of course I've had to meet some, one or two that fell by the wayside, but in a majority sense, a lot of them have done something worthwhile for themselves and for the country. And that pleases me. So I know that when I look at that, I figure, well, I made a reasonable, positive contribution to the building of this nation.
The late Sandra Edgecombe began her teaching career in 1976. Over the years, she climbed the ranks, her highest post being Deputy Director of Education for the Northern Bahamas. Her husband, Godfrey, says her love for education can never be matched.
That was her love. She loved the children. She loved the teachers, and education was her. Mistress Edgecombe was sent here to do what she did, and she did it well. She was simply the best, and she's a big miss, not only in Grand Bahama, but the entire Bahamas. And I know her great works will live on forever.
Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, joined educators on Grand Bahama Island to celebrate the honorees for their dedication to the profession.
What is unique tonight is two of our legends, Ms. Sandra Edgecombe and Ms. Mary Nab, are no longer with us. And so they have made an excellent contribution to the growth and development of our community and the investment in education for our young people. But I also want to commend Mr. Cecil Thompson, as well as Mr. Carroll and as Mr. Hezekiah Dean, all who have also been very dynamic educators for many years on the island of Grand Bahama. And we can go from the length and breadth of Grand Bahama, and you only hear good news.
Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Kim. Well, Jacqueline Pinder, principal of Walter Parker Primary School, was the recipient of the Donald Simonette Award during the Night of Legends banquet. Switching gears now, two sisters have started a campaign that is helping to fight and prevent bullying. This effort is also raising awareness of its existence through education and discussion. Sabrina Brown has more.
Twin sisters Jada and Jarrell Strawn have taken up the challenge to eradicate bullying among young people. The St. George's High students started an anti-bullying club in their school in 2015, and it is certified by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. President Jada Strawn says this is all in an effort to address a growing concern.
It is very serious due to my past experiences, so I can relate to what people feel about bullying. Like I said, the effects of it, suicide, depression, all the effects tie in to how serious it is.
She says they have established bully boxes to conduct surveys in order to find out how serious the problem is on Grand Bahama.
The surveys is to give an ideal number of how many people feel they are safe in school, or do they know the 4 types of bullying, just for us to get a clue on what people know about bullying, and this will help us for future references because we plan to meet the Governor General to give her a presentation about the club, and we want to go there with statistics and facts about what we know about bullying in Grand Bahama.
Vice President Jarrell Strawn says the club is effective because children relate better to their peers.
In our school, we have noticed that students students, they tend to have more to say to children, like our age, teenagers, rather than adults. So the children, they trust us enough to keep their secret.
Jada and Jarrell's mom, Bathsheba, is encouraging parents to monitor their children closely and to watch for signs of bullying.
The name calling, whether the child is overweight, underweight, whether they can wear the best clothes or not, and it's becoming an issue with the on the emotions of the children, and it's affecting them in school because, you know, we have to look at our kids, you know, see if there's a change in their behavior, if they don't want to go to school, if they're not enthusiastic about going to school, if they, you know, they are, depressed or being more reclusive.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Welcome. As I previously mentioned, World Kidney Day is celebrated on March 9th this year. In keeping with the theme, which is kidney disease and obesity, health lifestyles for healthy kidneys, today I will discuss obesity and how it can affect the kidneys. Obesity is defined as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that may impair health, and is a strong risk factor for the development of chronic kidney disease and kidney failure. Being overweight or obese also increases the risk of developing diabetes and hypertension, which are known major risk factors of CKD. In individuals affected by obesity, the kidneys have to work harder, filtering more blood than normal to meet the metabolic demands of the increased body weight. Since the kidneys are working harder, this can damage them over time. The good news is that obesity, as well as chronic kidney disease, is largely preventable. Education and awareness of the risks of obesity and a healthy lifestyle, including proper nutrition and exercise, can dramatically help. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Megan Shepard has a check on sports when we come back.